if you educate yourself on various aspects of health and wellness, everything will kind of fall into place after that, because now you have the knowledge to be able to navigate through all of these aspects of health and wellness, as well as the emotions that to go with it, and it will help your journey push forward. Today I want to talk about burnout. Burnout in life, burnout in game, mainly burnout in life, like trying to prevent burnout so that it doesn't affect your life so much, and so that it doesn't affect your gaming performance, how you perform in game, especially if you're competing, especially if you're a streamer and you're streaming 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 days a week, right? So let's start with what is burnout. Burnout is emotional, physical, mental exhaustion. It is prolonged bouts of stress, bout being like a time of stress, where your stress seems to be higher than normal for a longer period of time. This will wear you down. If you haven't gone through this, or if you have gone through this, you know what I mean. If you haven't, let's try to prevent that. I'm gonna go over some tips to prevent that. And let's go over some story time. Story time. I love story time. I hope you do too. When I used to compete Counter-Strike. When I was competing Counter-Strike heavily, I was spending tons and tons and tons of time playing Counter-Strike. I got very, very good at the game. Not to toot my own horn, I did. I played competitively a lot. I played with some really good players. I put myself out there, but I did get burned out. And I got burned out because I was not paying attention to some of the tips that I'm about to go over with you. But I specifically did not sleep very well. I wasn't eating very well. I was drinking tons of caffeine. Not the most ideal, right? No. Besides for, I would say gaming online is very social. So my social connections were there. That was one of the pluses. I was very social. I had a large group of friends in game that I played with every single day. And that made it really good. But that social connection wasn't enough to combat all the negative other aspects I was doing. So the first thing I would do to help prevent burnout is to try to sleep a little bit more. I say this about so many different aspects of health and wellness. Sleep affects so many different aspects. Sleep's going to drive irritability, which is going to make it hard to, and lack of sleep will drive irritability. Lack of sleep will kind of make it more difficult to navigate through these emotions to try to prevent burnout. So getting sleep is very important for your overall well-being, your gaming performance, but to help prevent burnout. If you average 5 hours of sleep and you kind of feel fatigued more often than not, you get that 2 o'clock feeling, you're tired a lot of times, maybe try to add just 1 single hour. Get to that 6 hour mark every single night. I bet you will start to feel a significant difference. And you'll know that you're feeling a difference because your energy levels will be higher and you're gonna be like, wow, I didn't even think. It's easier said than done. Like, you don't really realize how much of an impact it has until you start doing it and you start feeling those very positive effects. And then you're like, wow, what these people say, what Dream here says is very, very true. Lucid Dream, Austin, whatever you want to call me. That's the first time I even announced myself in my videos. Anyway, sleep is a very powerful tool to help prevent burnout. Get more sleep. Another thing you do is try to get organized. I've never been organized. I'm very much working on this now. I read a lot of productivity books. I watch a lot of productivity videos, and I'm all about it, but I've never really been organized. One of the biggest tips I can give anybody in regards to productivity that I learned as it stands right this moment that this video is being recorded is, if you have a to-do list, if you have things you need to do, and on that list is something that will take 2 minutes or less. This happens more often than you think. If you have something on your list that takes 2 minutes or less, get that done immediately. Don't put it off because it only takes 2 minutes. 2 minutes is nothing in comparison to the whole day that you're about to go through. Get it done and knock it off your list. You will instantly feel relieved that you have achieved that little 2-minute goal, right? I do this a lot. Before, like, when I learned about this, I was like, wow, that actually makes a lot of sense. But I was like, I don't know, how impactful could that actually be? everything that I have to do, I think about it now. I think about, is this going to take 2 minutes? I kind of up it a little bit. Like if it takes less than 5 minutes, I'll do it, which is probably one of the other benefits of that. You know, getting organized. I do it on the spot. It doesn't really matter where I am. If I think of something and especially if I can do it from my phone and I have my phone on me at all times, like everybody in the world probably does, I'll do it on the spot and, you know, just get it done regardless of where I am. And I'm telling you, it really does. It knocks off things. Like I feel better after getting that little task done, even though, see, it's the little things that add up. The little things that add up. It's just true. So that's the productivity tip, the organization tip I'm gonna say. If you have little tasks like that, little time consuming tasks, just get them done right on the spot. And I bet you will feel as good as I just said that I feel while doing them. And it's a good habit to build. Again, I do the 5-minute task now. There are some that I know are gonna take like up to 10 minutes, and sometimes I even choose just to do those on the spot. It's a revolving door of good habits right there. So go ahead and do that. The last thing I'm going to say is, and this whole channel is built on education and informing you of, you know, pros and cons and this and that. Take everything with a grain of salt. There are individual variances, but educate yourself. Educate yourself on stress and burnout. Educate yourself on how stress impacts the body, right? How it impacts the mind. Different various, you know, aspects of stress. Learn about, and Google's a powerful thing. YouTube's a powerful thing. You can watch another video after watching this video about stress, and you'll probably learn a ton. And you know what? There's going to be other tips like I'm giving you that will help reduce stress and help reduce the effects of burnout, or even, you know, prevent burnout as a whole. So educate yourself. I can't even stress the importance of education in regard to every aspect of life, including overall health and wellness, as well as your gaming performance. I mean, if you educate yourself on various aspects of health and wellness, everything will kind of fall into place after that, because now you have the knowledge to be able to navigate through all of these aspects of health and wellness, as well as the emotions that to go with it, and it will help your journey push forward. So education is like paramount. Paramount Pictures is exactly what it is. YouTube and Google are very powerful tools. This little thing that I'm pointing at right here, that's my phone. I record from my phone. I use that. Anything I want to learn, I use my phone to learn it. That's the power of today. 20 years ago, 20 years ago, I mean, I was alive, obviously, but maybe it's not obvious to you, but it's obvious to me. I was alive, and I don't even think I had a flip phone then. How old am I? Yeah, I didn't even have a flip phone, I don't think. So I couldn't, the only thing I could do was wait until I got home to go to the internet, and even then, the search engines were nowhere near as powerful. Today's day and age is built on information, and it's fantastic, and all this information is free. I'm giving this information for free because I want you to succeed. I want you to be successful. I want you to feel good. I want you to perform good in game. I want to see you playing professional Counter-Strike, if that's what you want to do. I want you to invite me to the stage so I can stand next to you so I can finally be on the stage. I'm just kidding. I don't care about that. But I want to see you succeed. For real. That's why I make these videos. Education or information is you can get any information you want. But I can't even stress how powerful it was. That's why I just went on a rant. Woo-wee! There's some tips to help prevent burnout. I hope you enjoyed them. And if you utilize any of those and they actually help me out, please let me know in the comments. Come back and tell me. I would love to know. I want to hear some success stories. If you have any tips that you use, let me know in the comments as well. I would love to hear those. Maybe there's some things that I could utilize in my life. If you like what you heard in the video, hit that like button. It helps it out. Helps out the channel and the video. Hit that subscribe button for more content. And dreamers, I hope to see you in the next video.